to be part of 5 wins in a row like this?
Man, I'm not worried about that. A month ago, everyone was calling us dog shit. I can say that. People were calling us dog shit, so I ain't worried about that. But we're just gonna keep grinding, stay hungry. We've been to the highest of highs and the lowest of lows together. So just staying together as a unit and just trying to execute the way we know we can, and being able to execute today. It wasn't pretty. Texas did great things up front. They put us in compromising positions. We got to clean up a lot of things on film, but being able to just grind it out in the end is a testament to everyone's hard work.
The long touchdown, Henderson, he's got a couple of his linemen out in front, Hinsman and maybe Tegra, I don't remember exactly, leading the way on that play. That really put them back on their heels a little bit to just tie the game, work that hard to tie it, and then you guys take it right back like that.
Yeah, I mean that's something we practice every day in practice. Even though I hate it because it's basically just conditioning, but I was blocking back, so I was able to see the play progress. And as soon as I saw the space, I was like, okay, Trey's at least gonna get 20. And I saw Carson and Tegra block, and I was like, oh my gosh, he might go. And he hit the sideline. I was like, oh my gosh, but it was cool, but it's just something we practice very, very often. We knew that play would execute very well in that situation against how they play their defense. So being able to execute when your number's called I was really proud of that.
You're familiar with Notre Dame. You get them for a third time now. You played them twice. Just what's your first thought when you saw that last night that Notre Dame? Yeah, you guys had to win, obviously, but just your thought about playing Notre Dame for a third time.
It's going to be a tough one. They hang their hat on being tough. And so they hang their hat on being physical, trying to out-physical you, and trying to stay more disciplined than you are. So, we got our work cut out for us, but I'm excited to get back to work and have, 10 more days playing with these guys. So It's going to be exciting.
Donovan, after that drive at Penn State, you called it a drop your nuts moment. Did it feel like that again in the fourth quarter tonight?
It certainly did, man. We had to drop our nuts in that quarter. We knew the momentum was going to and from, and we felt as an O-line that the run lanes are starting to open up a little bit. And so when that happened, when in the huddle, like Fryer and I were young, I was like, we gotta go now. Like this is the drive we gotta execute on. And so being able to run the ball and being able to protect as long as we did, I think it was 16 plays. Being able to protect, run the ball, and execute down the field, just taking that little chunk. So they weren't giving us the long balls. They did a great job of making sure the lid was on the defense. So we knew that we had to take the field and drive down the field because that's what they're going to give us. So we're going to take what they give us. But being able to execute, man, it's a drop your nuts moment right there.
To win the game in this fashion and do it here in your home state, just how special does this feel?
Man, it's special. I've dreamed of playing football with my brothers in the stadium. I had 20 plus people in the stands today. So it's a surreal feeling. I grew up obviously in Texas, and being able to win in Texas against Texas was a pretty fun feeling.
You continued to use the guard rotation, but Luke got to start next to you. The moment wasn't too big for him, did it? Here.
Yeah, I know. I knew he was going to shine just from what he does in practice. He executes well. He's a perfectionist in his craft. So just seeing him on the field doing what he didn't surprise me. Big 12, SEC, it don't matter, man. The Bucks are ready to go, but we're just happy to come out with a win today.
But dude, you beat Texas in Texas. You left Texas to go to Ohio State. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That has to add more satisfaction. Give me that feel.
Yeah, I feel pretty good. I know a lot of guys on the team. I'm going through camps, and some of the guys I trained with for a very long time. And so they tried to convince me to go over there. I was like, nah, man, I love Ohio State. And they called me crazy for a second. But I'm happy to win with the university I love, with the guys, with the brothers I love. So it worked out in the end, didn't it?
One last thing. Trey they had just driven for a touchdown, 7-7. Y'all needed a moment. I mean, explain what it felt like blocking on that play, but also getting that 75-yard burst from Trey Henderson.
Yeah,
Chabola had a great block. Hinsman had a great block out front. Go ahead.
Trey is lightning in the bottom. We know if you give him space, he'll take everything he can. So we knew how they're playing on that down and distance, that they were going to play off a little bit. So the play call was perfect. It was executed well. Obviously Carson and Tegra got out, and once I saw Trey get the ball, I was like, okay, we're at least going to get 10 yards. We'll be rolling. But I saw Carson and Tag have a great block. I was like, oh man, we might get all the yards. So I saw him roll down the side. I was losing my mind running down. So being able to get momentum back, coming into halftime and trying to win the middle eight coming out of half was really huge for us.
What is it about Jack in these moments when the teams are knocking on the door and, well, he changes the game?
Man, he shows up in the biggest moments. He's a cornerstone of this program, man, of this university, and seeing him show up the way everyone knows he can is a huge thing.
So many of you guys came back to do something special, and now you're going to go play for a national championship. How excited are you?
Man, we're very excited. We're blessed to be in this situation, but we know it ain't done here yet. We got a huge test coming up in about 10 days here, so we're going to celebrate this on the flight back. Do a little dance moves on the plane, but as soon as we touch down, man, it's all business.
I know you guys have been together a long time, but what did you learn about each other in the last month?
That we're resilient. A lot of people count us out. A lot of people left us for dead, and I understand it. We lost to a team we shouldn't have lost to, but people, we went from obviously the highest of highs to the lowest of lows, and we had to find ourselves again to pick ourselves back up again. So, coming in and staying as a group, staying as a unit, staying as one, because we knew what we were capable of, and we knew that if we execute at the highest level in the way that we know we should, the way we can, that we can play against anyone in the country.
As good as you guys had been offensively in the last two games, was there any moment tonight where it started to feel like, oh no, this is a Michigan game all over again?
No. We never had that feeling because we knew that if we just keep on chipping, that eventually something's going to break. So I never had that feeling.
How do you guys, when things aren't going the way you want them to offensively early in the game, how do you guys keep that confidence, keep that resilience?
That we got to remind ourselves who we are. Stuff doesn't always go your way. They had a great defensive plan to put us in a bind a couple times. We've shot ourselves in the foot with penalties half the time. And so we had to find a way to find a way to, overcome the adversity, and just being able to overcome that is a testament to this team's resilience.
When you've had those penalties, how do you think maybe you guys just clean those up going into this championship game?
That's what film and practice is for. A lot of stuff was avoidable. A lot of stuff that we can, execute at a higher rate on. So just going in after that and cleaning everything up.